I'm back again in the same location. I don't know what date is there, but write down that date in your notebook. Okay? Good. All right, let's get going. We're going to move on to weathering. So we're still in the same unit. We're talking about Earth systems. Weathering is actually one way that the systems interact. All weathering is when rock is basically broken down into smaller pieces. This can be mechanical, chemical, organic weathering. There's lots of different things that can cause this. But this interesting shape right here was caused by weathering. All right. The next is erosion. So erosion is just things are moving the rock out, essentially. So that's why I use this lovely man who is showing us that he's moving things out. So he gathered some of those rocks and he moved it away. So erosion is the material moving away. So clever with my little clip art. Mrs. Winkler. All right, let's keep going. Now we're going to talk a little bit about water. Water is going to come up a lot during this unit. One of our standards is all about water and the distribution of water. And all that means is where's all our water at and what kind of water is it? I'm telling you. I'm going to be obviously a game show host, but then a newscaster. That was a pretty good take. I don't know if you noticed that, but just saying. Anyway, distribution of water. So basically, if you look, and what we talked about before is that most of our water is actually found in the oceans. So this model right here shows us that it is 97% of our water is actually from the ocean. That's crazy. Then 3% is freshwater, but it's actually broken up into different spots. So there's ice caps and glaciers has a bunch of it. Groundwater has a bunch of it. And then there's this tiny little bit of surface water. There's a lot in lakes and rivers, some in swamps. Think about drinking that water. Delicious. Don't worry, we can purify it. It's fine. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how our water is broken down. 71% of the Earth's surface is actually covered with water. Obviously, most of it is from the ocean, but it can also be found not only in ice caps and glaciers, but it could be in the soil. We count that as part of our moisture. The aquifers, obviously, it's inside of us. We drink it. We're made up of a lot of water. Your cats, your dogs, really stuck on pets right now. Obviously, cows have water in them. Anyway, so there's a lot of water all over the place, and that's how it's distributed. You guys are going to have to be able to talk about where most of our water is found, the ocean. Excuse me. And basically, you'll have to be able to graph it, which we have been working on. So don't panic. You're going to be okay. All right. I promise. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So, just like we talked about, most of our water is salt water. A lot of it. So much of it. So much salt water. And then there's a little bit of fresh water. So you can go through here and see the differences of the percentages on Earth of how there's way more salt water than there is fresh water. And a lot of our fresh water is actually frozen. So, thank goodness for those. What did we say it was in? The glaciers. Thank goodness for that. All right. Oh my goodness, look at this weird happy face in the corner. It's because it's L to J. So make a star, put a smiley face, something to remind you that this is an L to J word. All right. So renewable resources. All that is, it's a resource that basically can be replaced within my lifetime. So these are things like trees. We know we can use a tree to build a house, and I can plant the tree as soon as I cut down that first one, and that tree's going to come back. We can grow that back. You can also think of air, water, soil, plants, animals. Obviously, we use animals all the time for resources. So anything that can be basically be replaced in I don't want to say appropriate. a time frame that makes sense. So if it's just so a human lifespan is their time frame. So if it can be replaced in that human lifespan, we're good. It's renewable. Now, this is going to be surprising, but our next one is non-renewable resources. I know, I blew your mind. It's crazy. And look, there's another weird smiley face. That means it's L to J. Put a star or a weird smiley face or write L to J word. I don't care. As long as you remember, you're going to need to know this word. Non-renewable resources are the opposite of renewable resources. So yes, they are natural resources, but they cannot be replaced. So rock, mineral, metals, uranium, fossil fuels is the big one that, gets us in trouble. So those things are like petroleum, coal, natural gas. Once we use them all, they're gone. They're not coming back. We don't have enough time to wait for them to form again, unfortunately. Remember we talked about the human lifespan? Yeah, that's where it comes in. So, non-renewable resources, not coming back. Renewable resources can come back. I don't know why my head keeps going dark like that. It's like I'm shutting off the lights. Oh my goodness, I'm so distractible today. All right, well, would you believe? Oh my goodness, quit clicking buttons, Mrs. Winkler. That is our last one. So you are officially done with notes for Earth systems. Sorry, not forever. I'm still going to make you take notes later. But for Earth systems, we are finished. Not interactive notes either, because I'm going to make you do that. I just feel like it's not as exciting because I keep adding more notes that you might have to take later. Anywho, your notes are completed for now. Enjoy. Have a lovely day.